It seems that many of our healthcare workers and public servants feel crushed by the demands upon them to care for so many people at risk during the pandemic. Hospitals fear collapse from another round of pandemic surging. Exhaustion and depression are stalking many people due to isolation and mixed messages about how to cope with your health and your safety. Today, December the 20th, is the darkest day of the year with the fewest hours of daylight. Compare the long night of darkness, fear, and confusion abroad in society with the profound and incomparably beautiful words of Mary from God, Mary to Mary from God through the angel Gabriel. Hail, favored one, the Lord is with you. Wouldn't you love to hear God say that about you? And Mary's crystal pure faith responds to God's call with joyful haste. Behold, I am the handmaid of the Lord. Let it be done to me according to your word. So here's a true story as told by Bruce and Darlene Wilkerson in their book, The Dream Giver for Parents. A teenager noticed that his father nearly worried himself to death, trying to be everywhere and to do everything to protect his son from life's difficulties. So this wise young man wrote his father the following note. I am sure you remember, Dad, how you used to tell me stories when I was young and I was afraid or insecure. Well, I have noticed that you are often worried about what might become of me when you're not there to help. Now, I want to remind you of one of the stories we read together when I was little. It's the story of the rooster who got up every day before dawn to sit on the peak of the roof of the farmhouse and crow so that the sun would rise. Because that's what he really believed, that it was his responsibility to make the sun come up. He was always afraid that if he didn't crow, everything would go wrong. He kept worrying. What would happen if I fell ill or even died? How would the crops grow and the children wake up in time for school and the frost melt and flowers blossom if I weren't there to make the sun rise? The world would become cold and dark. All the grass and the trees would die, and eventually the people would too. Then one evening, the rooster went to a party, and he overslept the next morning. The other animals realized that he was not there to make the sun come up, and they were just about ready to panic when they saw a glimmer of light on the horizon. It was the sun rising without the rooster. Rooster was miserable when he found out that he had nothing to do with the sun's rising every morning. And embarrassed, he was also extremely relieved. What a weight off my shoulders, he thought. I don't have to make the sun come up. Yet every morning, there it is. There must be someone else taking care of all this. The boy says, Dad, you light up my life, but it really isn't your responsibility to make the sun rise for me. I know that someone else is taking care of that for me. Amen.